So what if I told you you wasn't actually a lazy person? You just lacked fulfillment. A lazy person has absolutely no energy to do nothing. They're literally a slug and they suffer from the sin of sloth. It's in the Bible. Now you probably think, oh, I'm lazy. I don't be doing stuff. But let me ask you this. Do you wake up in the morning? Do you watch YouTube? Probably do. Are you doom scrolling on the internet? You probably are. Do you still have enough energy to get up and go take you a shower? I hope so. I really hope so. Do you still have enough energy to walk around, go for a walk, or even hang out with friends? If your best friend called your phone right now and said, hey, let's go so and so and do whatever, are you gonna go? Knowing that you are gonna have fun? If the answer is yes, congratulations. You're not actually a lazy person. You're just distracting yourself. You see, most people don't actually struggle from laziness. They struggle from a lack of fulfillment. So before we can even continue, I think it's very important that we understand what fulfillment is. Fulfillment is the feeling that you get when you're pursuing a goal that aligns with you. Now, that goal can be anything from donating to a charity, helping others. Fulfillment can be a variety of things, whether it's helping others, reaching a certain milestone in your own life. It varies. For me personally, I believe for my version of fulfillment is being in a position to help others in life who don't know where they're going or how or where they're headed or even how to have a solid mind frame. A lot of people go through life drifting and they don't have a lot of foundations that you would assume the average person does. And I really want this channel to be somewhere where I could just help others who are having the same type of thoughts as me, or better yet, don't even have my mindset, but adopt a similar mindset to improve themselves and understand life in a different perspective and a different, more productive and positive lens. Fulfillment creates motivation. And it's not the other way around. You see, motivation is actually a byproduct of meaning. When you're motivated to do something, it's usually because you have a goal or you have something that you want to achieve on the other side of that motivation. Most people work towards things that we're not actually motivated to do. You may want to be an engineer or a doctor, but I promise, I can almost guarantee you're not motivated to study for these tests or study for these bar exams when you're in college, but you still want to be a doctor. Or some people, they're majoring in things that they don't even really care that much about, that they haven't really even realized that they didn't care much about until after their freshman year. But I promise you, if these same people were to go study content or study something that aligns with more of their personality, such as me, I'm a mechanical engineering student myself. I don't really be motivated to study math a lot 24/7, even though I still do it. Even though I am a mechanical engineering student, I'm not motivated to go to math class. I'm not motivated to study 2 hours, 3 hours out the day studying equations majority of the time, even though I still do it. But if I take that same amount of time that I'm studying throughout my day and decide to go research videos and research content and find new ways to improve my content, I promise you I'm going to feel a lot more motivated to do that. Why? Because I feel as though content creation is my purpose. I feel as though content creation is just a purpose that I have in life. And I'm motivated to do that because I feel like it's aligned with my purpose. As I said before, motivation is a byproduct of meaning. Now, when you don't have meaning, a lot of the times you're going to get caught up in distractions because everything else that isn't for you but looks entertaining and looks appealing, you're going to be drawn to. Idle mind is the devil's playground. I've always heard this growing up, and it is so true, especially when you're an adult. If you have no goals, if you have no focus, if you have nothing to narrow your mind on to pursue, you're going to be susceptible to pretty much anything that comes your way. And not everything that comes your way is good for you. So going on to method number 1, first thing I want to say, fulfillment comes from growth. Now, as we said before, fulfillment also comes from, or mainly comes from, your purpose. So with that being said, fulfillment that comes from growth has to align with your growth. Fulfillment that comes from growth has to align with your purpose. So if you feel as though it is your purpose to make a YouTube channel and whatever niche that you're in is aligned with your purpose, you're going to become fulfilled when you upload a video. You're going to be fulfilled when you take that time to script the video, upload the video, and consistently do it throughout weeks and months and even years. See, the growth won't come to probably much, much later. But even though that I'm still not getting any views right now, I'm still fulfilled knowing that I uploaded the video, scripted the video, recorded the video, did everything I was supposed to do within a day while putting as much quality as I possibly can into the video. Fulfillment can also come from seeing yourself improve. Even when you're not growing in the physical sense, or even in another sense, like let's say, for instance, again with content, even if your channel isn't really doing any numbers and you're not really growing in the moment, you yourself, whenever you put in the reps to upload these videos, when I put in the reps to upload these videos, I see myself improving. I see my scripts getting better. I see my camera quality getting better. I see everything just overall improving, because the more you do things, the more you're gonna get better at them. It's like practicing. Repetition, everything, all that falls under the same umbrella. When you do it over and over and over again, you're gonna get better at it. You're not gonna wanna stay where you're at knowing that you can do better. It makes no sense. Over time, the progress you make will prove that you are capable of doing great things. Now, someone with very low confidence would not believe in themselves because they haven't accomplished anything great, or because simply they let other people and what other people say about them, they believe what other people say about them. But when you're doing something that you're getting good at over time, you're going to be more confident in what you're doing because you've done it too many times to fail. It's going to get to a point where it's muscle memory, and everybody else who's observing what you're doing is going to be amazed because you're so good at what you're doing. They might think, oh, you're just talented. You might be talented, but majority of the time it's going to be because you put those hours in, you put those reps in, and you saw yourself grow. You might not see it in the moment, but you're going to see it over time. Maybe a month from now, you're going to see that you're way better at starting a garden. You're much better at doing hair. You're much better at doing content. Whatever it is that you're doing, the repetition always is going to matter. Overnight success is not a metric people should go by. A lot of people, when they start something, they hope for overnight success and the quick growth. It doesn't come to everybody. It's pretty rare. I feel as though it's very important for you to make sure that you're being fulfilled in the progress and in the steps that you take on the way to that goal, because at the end of the day, the destination is not as important as the journey. Because a lot of people reach the destination, but they still find themselves at a crossroads, or they still find themselves at a dead end, because for all this time they've been grinding for these materialistic things instead of actually grinding for the purpose. So in the end, they're not truly fulfilled, even though they have all the money, all the cars, all the houses. But for someone who enjoys the journey, someone who actually has the passion to do what they're doing and actually likes what they're doing, eventually you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there because you're passionate in what you're doing. It's fulfilling. It's something you want to do every single day. Even if when you don't want to do it, you still want to do it to make sure that you're improving yourself and not just being stagnant. Also, as we all know, when it comes down to people chasing after material things or superficial things, they're going to get burnt out, because what they're going after isn't real in the sense of what it provides for you. Going on to method number 2 is to create something bigger than yourself. I feel like giving, at the end of the day, we're all here to serve, in my opinion. That's in my faith too. Not only serve God, but to serve each other. You know, whatever goals that you may have set, I promise you there's a way to take whatever success you get from that goal and flip it into helping others. You know, whether it be, you learn how to scale a business, whether it be you learn how to start a channel and scale it from nothing, whether it be you learn how to fix in detail many different cars, right? You can always flip that into helping others. You know, you could teach people your experience. You know, you could show people how to scale their own channels. You could change other people's lives through your success. Literally, not just them directly, but them, their friends, their family by extension, because they can go and teach their friends and families what it is they learned from you. A lot of times people don't put in a lot of effort into certain things because they internally don't feel as though the amount of effort being put in that thing is worth it. So what do? We shy away from it. We procrastinate. But if you're actually chasing after something that you want to do and you know that it's going to bring in a better future for yourself, the effort you're going to put in is going to be astronomical. I'm talking about things you may not have thought you could dedicate yourself to and work towards for a long period of time. When you're actually passionate about it and you're actually doing what you're supposed to do, that fulfillment will make you want to do it every single day. And eventually you're going to lose track of how much you're doing it. It's going to become a habit. And then a year later, Man, listen, it's gonna get crazy. I have a saying for myself where it goes, fulfillment starts to blossom when your efforts contribute to something more than yourself. I want to be in a point in my life where I can scale multiple YouTube channels to millions of subscribers and learn how to teach other people to do the same thing, but in different niches. I don't want to just be a person that only knows how to do that in one niche, or can only show people how to scale channels from a very superficial point of view. I want to be able to dip my toes in a lot of different niches. I want to be able to do a lot of different things and teach people a lot of different ways to do a lot of different things, because I believe in life. It's a lot of win. I believe in life. There's a lot of avenues and a lot of ways to reach a single destination, and there's a lot of different people who want to reach a destination but come from different avenues of life, if that makes sense. I low-key be spitting sometimes when I feel like it. And for method number 3, last but not least, is to keep promises to yourself. You know, it is very important that when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. Because when you don't do it, subconsciously, you're lying to yourself. And you might not feel it in that moment, but it fills in over time. You see, if you go a day saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and you don't do it, might be no biggie then. But if you continue that for the next 3 days, if you continue that for the next week, month, year, you're subconsciously going to lose respect. I don't want to say respect, but you're going to lose trust in yourself to actually do the things that you're doing. You will stop taking yourself so seriously as you used to be. You know, when somebody says, hey, can you do this? And you say, yeah, internally, sometimes you're not even sure if you can actually do the thing, because you've lied to yourself and have not came through for your own self so many times that why would you assume that you can do it for somebody else? Having self-trust is also a major source of fulfillment, because when you have that confidence that you know you can do, you're going to do whatever it is you said you were going to do, you're going to have that same amount of confidence doing achieving the goals, the ambitious goals that you said you want to achieve. If you can do all the little things, what makes you think you can't do the big things? A person who follows through with the task is actually rewarded more so in them following through than the actual reward itself. I feel like most people, they only think about the reward when they're doing something, but if you actually think about another perspective that, hey, me just doing this is more rewarding than any reward anyone could ever give me. Yes, you scaling a channel to 1 million subscribers is more rewarding than somebody giving you a channel with 1 million subscribers, obviously, right? Because why? You have the skills to scale that channel. You don't need a handout. And if you could do it once, you could do it a second time, a third time. You could have, if you could scale a channel to even 500K subs, you could scale a channel to 1 million subs. And then you can do it again with a second channel and a third channel. If you can start 1 garden, you can start 3 gardens. You have the skills to fully sustain 1 garden. All you're going to be looking forward to is getting the right equipment to officially sustain multiple gardens, because you already know what to do for the first one. If you could fix 1 car and detail 1 car, you can do the same thing for another car. I know majority of cars are different from each other. They have different chassis, different parts, but ultimately the principle is all the same. Prioritize growth rather than the destination. You will always, if you do that, you will always be fulfilled in what you do. And in result, you will always reach that destination you want to be in, from a mixture of you simply trusting yourself to do what you're going to do, you looking at your personal growth and your results rather than the actual destination, and you being passionate about it. When all 3 of these things align, success is literally inevitable. You just have to not give up. And the key to all of this is completing the things or doing the things you don't feel like doing. Those are the most important days. Those days you wake up and you really don't feel like uploading a video, or those days you wake up and you really don't feel like going in the yard, you don't feel like going in your garden, you don't feel like studying for that test, you don't feel like going to work. Those are the days you need to do it most. Because if you can prove to yourself multiple times that you can conquer your goals even when you don't feel like doing them, nothing is stopping you from ever doing them. With all that being said, I really hope y'all learned something from this video. I really hope I helped somebody out there. Even if it's 1 person, 2 people, it doesn't matter. I really hope that y'all picked something up from this video. I really hope I inspired y'all to go do what y'all supposed to be doing. We all supposed to be locked in. Come on, bro. It's 2026. Like, if you're not locking in early, what are you doing? Build that life for yourself in your 30s so that you ain't got to worry about nothing else for the rest of your life. You could be straight chilling. But with all that being said, man, I'm going to get it with y'all next time. Have a blessed day.